episode 2 Tower Talk gonna kick off. We're finding ways to get it put on Spotify and other things, but right now it's just on Twitch and YouTube. Kind of just a 2-hour session I take every Friday to talk to chat, people that are live in Twitch chat at twitch.tv/GsxrClyde #ad. It's a good way. People can type !Q&A space the question and I'll get to it. We can just talk about Destiny, talk about life, talk about streaming, talk about whatever you guys want to do. But I did one last week and everybody really liked the outcome, so we're just chilling. Right now I'm gonna go scroll into the questions and start looking at them. So we're gonna hang out with Zavala, chill, look at the Titan trophy, the little Titan trophy, you know. Actually, I'm gonna chill by him. People should be, talking to the. You can just stand at Zavala and give hugs. All right, first question, Seg Meister. I think the difficulty of the new Hawkmoon mission should be a minimal standard for difficulty in PvE content going forward. It's a really good question. Seg, I think that the reason that Hawkmoon mission was good is because it's 1270, so it required some players to be higher level than they might be. Match game, there's all, there is some modifiers to that mission that people don't pay attention to right here. So incoming solar and environmental damage is increased. Enemy shields, match game, you got no radar, take increased damage from being meleeed, and there's unstoppable champions. So there is some negative modifiers to that, but it is a good mission. I felt like the mission itself was good, but there definitely should have been like a cool emblem or something for the solo flawless. So other than that, I think Bungie knocked it out of the park. Some people wanted it to be timed. I mean, technically there was a triumph to get this emblem for 15 minutes, but yep, bugged. Other than that, I think it was a well-designed mission. It was nothing of the high caliber of a Whisper mission or a Outbreak, but I felt like it was where it needed to be. Good question. Second question. For some reason, I only have 16 questions. I'm not seeing other people's questions, Abby. I'm only seeing 16 questions in the queue. I don't know if the queue is full right now, but I'm only seeing 16. Let me try and hit a quick refresh. Oh, I had to refresh. Got it. Got it. Okay. Make sure I see Dina's question. It's important. Okay. I'll get to Dina's question. If someone teabagged me in Crucible, would I teabag them back the entire time? Tell them I'm going to be their stepdad, or tell them to suck my ass? Asking for a friend. Got it. Why choose one, Dina, when you can do all 3? Is that a good enough answer? Why choose one when you can just do all 3 things? We know Dina loves getting bagged in Crucible, and she always says, I'm gonna bang your dad, or some toxic stuff. Let me get some potatoes in the chat. Here we go. Pretty great. Any ideas for future content in D2? Could be something like activities, loot system changes, DLC, season ideas, or new planets or locations. Well, we do know that new planets locations will be in the game every big DLC, such as Witch Queen and Lightfall. They could throw a curveball in there and ask, put other stuff in there. But any ideas for future content would just literally be hard mode raids and purpose to grind endgame activities. There needs to be purpose to grind Crucible. When I do strikes and I do Crucible and I get the same drops at the end of each activity, what's the purpose of playing Crucible in my mind? There needs to be something. There needs to be something that we're grinding for. Drippy Milk. What do you think about the Recaster coming back? The Prismatic Recaster coming back. That's in the Twab. This Week at Bungie was just released yesterday on the 21st. The January 21st edition of This Week at Bungie. We call it the Twab if people don't know. Yes, I feel like that is a good and bad idea. So the reason I don't like Umbrals coming back is because You know what you're grinding for. You know what Umbral you're gonna chase. You know what you're gonna try and convert it into, which weapon. But I feel like Bungie just hands them out, and they said that they're going to slow down the rate of them dropping. As long as they don't drop like candy like they used to, it should be fine. They were just annoying. I got to the point where I deleted them. It was annoying, and I felt like I got my guns right away. Getting the guns you want right away are annoying because once you get everything in the game, you feel like you have nothing to get. So as long as they bring it back, since it's been in the game before, hopefully when they bring it back, they're bringing it back with like 2.0 changes. So I hope that's a good answer for your question. Wahlberg, would you want Europa themed dungeon where Aramis is the final boss, since at the end of Beyond Light she didn't actually die? I feel like that's a good that's obviously a good thing for a story, you know? I mean, you know, they could show Aramis being somewhere, and you know, a story leading up, like a cutscene leading up to how she got to a dungeon and us being able to fight her. But some people could sugar and gifting a sub to Dina, thank you. But some people could feel like they've seen it before, so you know, right now it's a very, very, very touchy subject to do content that we've already seen. A lot of people don't want to do stuff that we've already seen before, so I would be down with a dungeon. Declined Axe said, thoughts on D1 raids coming back? I think D1 raids coming back is a way for them to not give us shitty dungeons. I mean shitty raid layers. So I mean, I didn't personally like Eater of Worlds. Spire Stars was great, but other raids felt rushed. I felt like the raids that didn't come out with the big DLCs, I felt like they were rushed. I feel like there needs to be more purpose of a raid. Raids need to be more difficult. So with rushed raids coming back like that, people get sick of them. So bringing back, you know, VOG coming back is going to be huge. So I mean, you know, there's a lot of people that don't know how to do VOG, and now that they're going to make VOG 2.0 somewhat challenging, I think they got a big you know, target on their head, because if not, Vault of Glass 2.0 will be beaten in 30 minutes. We'll call it 45. But it will be cool to do, you know, some raids again, such as King's Fall or Wrath of a Machine. That'll be kind of dope. So, I mean, we'll see, you know. Are they going to bring back the guns? Aiden. Top 10 best things that I like to do in Ohio. There's actually a lot of good things to do in Ohio. Good question. I actually like doing things. I go to a castle near me. I'm not going to give the name just because of location purposes, but there's a cool medieval castle park that you could check out. Pretty dope. We have the Football Hall of Fame. That's amazing to go to. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Science Center, Cedar Point. Southern Ohio, go to Mohican Lake and go cabrewing. We go on a 7-mile canoe trip. We tie the canoes together, we drink, have fun. Yeah, Putin Bay is an island. You take a ferry to the island and just party. Tons of shit to do. Kings Island. I hate the snow. 3-year plan, I'm probably moving out of Ohio, just saying. Good question. Scuffed says, what are your thoughts on Umbrals coming back next season? I answered that question. Crunker says, what inspired me to join the military? I tore my ACL my senior year playing football, lost my scholarship to Iowa, and just said, hey, what am I gonna do now? You know, seemed like all my friends didn't have plans. They were like, either we're gonna go to community college or we're just not gonna do anything. I thought a good you know, career for me would be, you know, go to the military, get some background and be a police officer. And Realized when I got out 8 years later that police officers, firefighters, and medics get treated like shit. They're underpaid and they're not respected the way they should be. So, especially in this day and age. So, give those hard workers a raise, and maybe more people would want to join that kind of field. 3 pieces of advice for first-time home buyers. Definitely try and find the best deals you can through a bank. That question was from Neo. First-time homeowners is nice. Getting discounts. To find out what type. Number 2 would be what kind of house are you trying to get. You're trying to find something that's in your budget. Say you get a $120,000 house and you only put like 20 grand into it, or maybe you don't even have to put that much in it to renovate it how you would like. And find out the area, find out what the schools, find out what makes the property value go up, so you're guaranteed to make profit and build equity on that house. You should never lose your ass on your first property. It's kind of hard to lose value on your house, but some people, just pick the wrong area. Good questions so far. Good questions. Seg coming in. Do you think the older towers returning next season after the leaked cube maps, maybe at the end of the season event? There's definitely been some screenshots that we've seen. We've definitely seen some screenshots of the old tower wanting to come back. So that could definitely be a way of them teasing us. I just don't know how would they implement it in the game. Like, we're in this tower, and how would we load into the old tower? Like, I just don't understand how that would be a thing. Like, how would it work with the story, Scholarship, Crunker. Aiden, what are the requirements of being let into my clan on Xbox? Type exclamation clan, click on the Xbox link, bug me, and you'll get in. That's about it. I am Hash. You suddenly get $1 million that it's legit. Do you quit streaming or do you stick to your goal in getting bigger? I still stream. $1 million. I mean, people burn through that all the time. What's the rate of someone winning the lottery? 16% file bankruptcy because of taxes and dumb shit. I think $1 million, you just be smart with it. I would just get a house, maybe pay off some family debt, hook up some friends, and let the rest build, because the more you invest in that million, the more you'll be taken care of down the road. Good question though, but I would definitely stream. I mean, even if I was to hit the big Powerball right now, or Mega Millions, I think I would still stream from time to time, because honestly, that's just 10. Hey, lottery winner still streams on Twitch, and people are gonna come in like, what's he gonna do next? Like, I would do some Mr. Beast shit. I would give back. I would do cool giveaways. Like, I would do some dope ass shit. What else are you gonna do with your life? Money doesn't buy happiness, Eclipse, do you ever feel like giving up or taking a break after multiple GM fails with viewers? As long as Dig's not my fire team. But no. I mean, when you're going through, Zavala is just straight ego me. Yeah. Now you look. GMs are tough, man. First thing you do through a GM, you definitely want to make sure, check everybody's armor, make sure they have the right stats on, make sure they got their mods on, make sure they got good loadouts on, make sure that you get that team composition. Most teams are, if you fail going to the boss, it's like, all right, we fucked up. But if you go to the boss and you fail at the boss room, just think about what you did. But actually finding teams that can consistently beat GMs is not easy. But that's why you have my Discord and other streamers' Discords and LFGs, and you just make that friend, Once you see that you're good team composition with someone, be like, hey, would you want to play all the time? That's literally how I met my raid team in D1. We met on LFG. We literally did a King's Fall in like 42 minutes, and I was like, hey, we should do this. We should play together more. Hopefully that helped. Crunker, thoughts on the Twab? Obviously, this was going to be a common question. The Twab was definitely good to talk about certain things that we wanted. and didn't want. I think the Umbrals are a good change. I don't want them back in the game, but hey, the community seems to really appreciate them coming back, so it gives people a reason to grind. They know what they're chasing. It's always nice when you have like a menagerie type feel where you know exactly what you're playing, you know exactly what you're grinding. So when you get that Umbral, you go to the Recaster, you can turn it in and try and play with the RNG of the aspect of the Recaster. The titles, I don't agree with that. I don't like how people worked hard for those titles, and at the end of each season it resets and you only get a color change. I think they really need to put more thought into those titles. Known issues, you know, some of the known issues they put in the Twab was kind of a yikes. Yo, Ream 2K, think of the Prime. I think some of the stuff that the known issues in the Twab was really like, wow, you're just starting to look at that now. But we have 2 more Twabs coming. There's definitely going to be more stuff to talk about. You know, we know that the Titan Stasis Super is going to get nerfed. It lasts way too long. It's broken now. But you know, them patching the out of bounds for the raids and fixing the frostbite glitch, even though there's another one. I feel like, you know, some of the changes that they're making, they're playing with fire because the community's just gonna roast them. But other than that, you know, the Twab was kind of boring. There was only like 4 or 5 topics and I kind of just went over them real quick. So it's like, we need more juice. So hopefully in the next 2 weeks, you know, on Tuesday, we're 2 weeks out of the new DLCs or the new season. So we need more. Defiant Bat Dude said, do you think Destiny is headed in the right direction, or do you think it may need some improvements before it does? I think it's heading in the right direction, obviously. I mean, they're trying their best. They're trying their best to honestly get to where they want the game. But if you go back to the Vidoc of where Luke Smith and all the devs were talking about it, I forgot which VOD it was, I forgot which Vidoc it was, but they promised so much. They promised that they would give us this, they promised this, they promised this, and they didn't deliver. They didn't deliver on anything. And them playing with fire right now to bring back content that we've already played, it's kind of making us think, like, what are you doing? Why didn't you just admit that this is going to be a dull season coming up? In season 14, we have stuff to look forward to, crossplay, Vault of Glass, and other stuff. They really need to be more honest with us. You know, this one sentence teaser stuff is horrible. You read a sentence, you're like, oh my god, they're doing this back. But like, there needs to be a paragraph under each thing in Twabs and go, this is why we're doing it. You know, not saying, hey, we've been collecting the data and we've been reading your feedback. Where are you collecting this? Where? What in the game is telling you that we want these changes? What stats? Where are you looking? We need to know, because it's kind of weird to me that they're promising this stuff. So I do think that the new article that Luke Smith is going to write about the game on the forward path of Bungie and the forward path of Destiny that Joe Blackburn just tweeted about, I think it's going to be huge. They need to tell us. But they have to be careful. Everything they put in those articles, they have to promise. Anytime they promise us stuff for the near future, they need to bring that stuff. Don't just talk. Do it. Guardian Down. I already asked that question, but I joined right after I graduated Marine Corps. Joe Blackburn is going to write that. Exactly. Joe Blackburn's gonna write that article. Yeah, moon me. Thank you. So it should be interesting. What was life growing up for me, Crunker? Damn, Crunker likes asking a lot of the personal stuff. I like it. Life growing up for me was kind of tough. My parents split up when I was 4.5. My dad cheated on my mom, my stepmom. It was kind of confusing, you know. Getting babied by my mother, you know, I'm the only child, I'm mama's little boy, and then going over to my dad's house where there was rules, and you know, it kind of confused me. My mom spoiled me, my dad grew me, you know, kind of raised me as military. You know, he was in the army, he was in Desert Storm, Grenada, and you know, I was the only child, so when I went over to my dad's house, it was, hey, now you have siblings, you have step siblings, and you have to share. And I didn't like it, but it was tough growing up. I was bullied. I was a little kid, 6th grade. I had a beard. People made fun of me. I got called CD dork at the bus stop. I had nice clothes. My mom spoiled me with clothes. I always had nice, you know, what was I wearing at the time? I don't even know. Jinkos and God. I was like a gangster, man. FUBU and Jordans, and man, you know, I was the gangster growing up, you know. I thought I was a rapper or some shit. I don't know. That was just like the thing growing up, you know. God. Lot 29, was that it? With the Daffy Duck shirts and shit? Oh man, what was that store? Burlington. I used to shop at Burlington, man. But yeah, I used to get called CD dork, and you know, pushed in the mud, and kids used to bully me. Yeah, I hated going to the bus stop. I was scared. I was just little. 6th grade, I watched a pep rally, and I seen like all the school cheering for the sports players, and they're like, oh my god, and like it was like the popular kids, and I was like, okay, maybe I should play football, but I'm little, you know. So when 6th grade ended and we were in the summer going into 7th grade, I started working out. I actually started going to the gym. I asked my dad on advice for stuff like that, and you know, he set me up with a younger kids gym and diet plans. I was actually eating good that young, and went into 7th grade, and I was twice my size, and all those people that bullied me, you know, I got revenge. I definitely got revenge. Definitely not somewhere where you wanted to be in life, but yeah, I paid him back, you know. Yeah, this one guy, he was talking shit to me, and I was outside, and all like the bullies, you know, they all came out and talked some shit to me, you know, and I was scared to fight back. So, you know, they're like, oh, you're all big, you know, you're all big now, you think you're cool because you're trying to be a football player and yada yada, and you ain't shit, you know. Or there's 4 of us, you know, there's 4 of them, and I was like, fuck it, you know. Dad always told me fight back, you know, so I tried. I didn't know how to swing a punch. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was swinging haymakers, you know. 4 of them got me. One of the guys slammed me on the ground, and he lifted my leg and like snapped my leg this way and like crushed my knee, and he actually snapped my ankle. I cried and limped the whole way home. It was about a few mile walk. I had about, I don't know, 20 kids following me on the way home, laughing at me. I was like the laughing stock of the school. It was tough, man. But I kept my head high. I walked the whole way home, limping, crying. Walked into the house. My mom said, who the fuck hurt you? Who the fuck did this to you? And I was like, all right. You know, I told her, and, you know, she called the school and told them what happened. And my dad came rushing over to the house and said, who put their hands on you? And my dad said, you're gonna let this ankle heal, and you're gonna go get some fucking revenge. You know, you can't do this. You can't let people pick on you. He said, they're soft. Let these bullies talk crap when there's 4 of them. But he's like, you just go up to them and you get them. He's like, I give you permission. And I'm like, Dad, I don't want to get in trouble, you know, my football and yada yada yada. And he's like, no. He's like, your school, these kids are gonna bully you, you know. So I got better. And I'll never forget it. I walked with my buddy Nick into the beginning of the school. It was like the gym area. We all hung out in the gym before middle school started. And I saw that kid, and it's like I seen a bullet. I literally seen red. And I was wearing some blue Nike swishy pants. And he's like, oh, look, Clyde's ankle's all feeling better, and he's wearing some baggy swishy pants, looking like the genie from Aladdin. That was a good one, man. He got me. That was a good one. He got me. Everyone was laughing. Motherfucker called me the genie, man. I was like, all right, it's all good. It's all good, but guess what? It's game time, motherfucker. So I just walked up to him. I'm like, hey, man, this is it. You know, you're gonna face your bullshit. You know, you're not gonna bully people in this school no more. Fuck you. He's like, oh yeah, what are you gonna do? And when I tell you, I jumped on him like Christmas Story. Ralphie, and I was fucking hitting him with everything I possibly had. Oh, I mean, I was like a bigger kid in 7th grade, but this guy was twice my size. He was big, husky. I fucked him up. I got him bad. I got him. I even threw some bows in there, you know. I was seeing red. And the whole school's just sitting there like, damn, okay. And his buddies were trying to get in, and I was just like, hey, you're next. Like, what's good? Went and sat in homeroom, just crossed my arms, laughing, dude. Vice principal comes in and says, yo, Clyde, let's go. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And he's like, you know, sits me in the office and says, do you know what you did? Yada, yada. I said, yeah. My parents told me to not take shit from no one. And I'm not dealing with this bully stuff no more, so I got my revenge. The guy broke my ankle, so tough love. They brought him in, and he's all, you know, sniffling and, you know, crying his eyes out. And they called their parents, and my dad was like, hey, that's how you are. You do not let anyone bully you anymore. And I didn't want to, so I didn't have to really worry about that. But yeah, 7th grade football was dope for me, and then went into high school and didn't let the seniors pick on me. I mean, no one really picked on me my freshman year. I was 250 pounds. But yeah, don't take shit, man. Don't take shit from no one. The bullies are soft. Have I seen the guys as adults? No. No. Nah. You know? But, you know, put them down, man. If you're dealing with some shit right now, I'm not promoting violence, but don't let people pick on you, because cyberbullying, you know, video game bullying, real life bullying, you can even get bullied at work by your boss, your anything, your secretaries. Don't do that. Don't put up with it. So next, read. What's the easiest character to learn when someone is new to Destiny? Yeah, the almighty Titan. We know this. Titan is easy. We know this. We're gonna give a little different scenery view here. Let's stand in the light. Titan's good because it can help him with jumping. And obviously put him into a kind of a fun melee punching everything mode. Put on Striker and kind of have fun with the game, and then, you know, so find out if they like Warlock and Titan, or Warlock, Titan, or Hunter. Good question to read. I would have him try. The main thing I tell people to do is make all 3 characters and play on it. I'm only on the question 19 chat, and I know there's like tons of them more, so I'm trying to get to them as best as I can. I've heard you. Egan says, I heard you have a great partner called GsxrClyde. Care to tell you about them? You mean this GsxrClyde I drink every day with the double scoop mango and the 1 scoop of blue raz that keeps me going, and long streams every day? Hashtag ad. GsxrClyde. Sugar free. Check it out. !GsxrClyde or in the link down below. Okay. How did you get into Destiny? Also, what's your inspiration to start streaming? I got into Destiny with my best friend Rob. You guys have seen me play with him before. Neon, the delivery to your gamer subs will be all the way to Germany once customs lets it through. Once it goes through once, you'll get plenty of the packages. It's just customs. Rob got me into the game. I went over his house one time and he was doing a Crota raid, and I was like, what is this game you're playing? This is whack. Because I was playing sports games and, you know, Call of Duty and stuff. And Rob's like, yo, it's Destiny. We're doing a raid, you know, a sick player activity, but you can low man it and yada, yada, yada. And I was like, all right, cool. So I watched him play it. I was like, hey, this is all right. And then Rob's like, yo, you should try the game out. Come play with me. So I downloaded it, and he told me to make a Warlock so I can self-res, because he knew I was going to struggle with the content. And kind of just started playing from there. That's a whole nother story. I mean, dude, you know, that would take so long for me to tell that whole story of what raids I did first. But I did Vault of Glass first, and got Vex Mythoclast on the first raid ever, and then I got the Icebreaker at the Witch of Crota encounter, whatever you want to call that. And as soon as I got I got Galahorn. I got Galahorn and people flipped and they said I don't deserve it. Or was it Icebreaker? One of them. Sugar gift and a sub to Matt, thank you. What got me into streaming? Dina right there. I met Dina through some friends that I met on LFG, and we used to have problems to where our voice chats would be full on PlayStation, and kind of got to the point where there was not enough room to have everybody in voice chats, and everyone was messaging us saying, hey, you know, we want to chat with you, so can we jump in party chat? I was like, I'll let you know when a spot opens up, because we were just busy. We were just doing raids with people and raids with our friends. You know, told me about start streaming button, and I hit start streaming button on Twitch, and that was February 21st, 2016. Next month, 5 years, big pog. And I just never stopped. Next question, Deku. Where can I get a good PC? Hashtag ad. That would be Artesian. Artesianbuilds.com. Code GsxrClyde at checkout to get your custom built PC. Just the way you would like it. Not feeling this song. Okay. Evil Dice, 7th Seraph versus Ikilos SMG, which is better? I'm a more fan of Ikilos SMG. That's just me. A lot of people will say different. I just like the way the gun shoots better. I like the scope on it. I like the way it feels. I like the RPM. It's a higher RPM, so I think it's a higher RPM, right? Yeah. I'm a big fan of it, and I've always used it. I tried using the 7th Seraph, and I don't know. Right away, I was just like, I don't like it. You know, there's some guns in this game that you just don't like how they feel when you shoot them. You know, such as this Ancient Gospel. I hate this thing. It just sounds like a pea shooter when you shoot it, but it's a decent gun. I used it in the Grandmaster Scarlet Keep, so it's just kind of stuff that, you know, whatever you prefer, really. But I like Ikilos. It's just me. 7th Seraph is a really good gun though too. Feel is definitely important, but situational. I mean, it just matters of what you're doing in the game. Every gun you use is every situational. Wahlberg says, have you ever been to the UK? If so, where? I've not been to the UK. I would love to go to the UK. I'd love to do like a European tour. That'd be awesome. I would totally be down for that, but with everything going on right now, it's kind of tough. But it would be dope to check out everything. Yo, Shadow, thank you for gifting 2 subs. Welcome. I'd love to just do Europe, you know, Spain, and I would love to just go everywhere. Switzerland, Sweden, Ukraine. Man, it'd be dope. Crunker asking another one. If you had to write the State of Destiny, what would I put in it? If I had to write the State of Destiny, what would I put in it? Stop nerfing shit and making it easy. I mean, I'll put that shit in bold. Stop nerfing everything. You know, every content they put in this game, they have to change something. Like, get better testers. I don't know what to say about that, but it's just, I'm sick of them adding stuff and doing the same shit. You know, the same mistakes keep happening. They literally need to focus on that stuff big time. If you're gonna add stuff to the game, make sure you have a reason why. Make sure there's loot. I mean, if I wrote the State of Destiny, I would just be like, hey, you know, it's rough right now. We didn't bring what we told you we were gonna bring, and these are some of the ideas that we have. They need to give us some stuff in the State of Destiny article that they're gonna write. They need to give us stuff why they're bringing it back. Get us excited, you know. Give it, you know, tell us why. You know, hey, we want to switch things up, but asking the people's opinion, they shouldn't worry about our opinion. They should do like they did in D1. They would just add something to the game and say, deal with it. Now they're not doing that. They're adding a change to the game and going, how do you guys like it? You're the game company. You make the rules. Like, you know, if you're going to give us a new poison subclass with Witch Queen that's supposed to be like Thornburn, Don't make it fucked up so you have to nerf it to the ground. You know, that's on you. You know, if you're gonna bring back a hard mode raid, bring back a hard mode raid. You're gonna put stasis guns and you're gonna put all this new stuff in the game. Why? When they log on, when any player should log on in this game, first of all, fix New Light. New Light's terrible. They get bombarded with quests. They don't know anything to do. But if you're gonna log on this game, any player, there's a reason why you want to do every single activity. There has to be a reason. Give us loot, simple, done. Comrade, thank you for the resub for 2. Dina said, I already answered Dina's teabag question. I think Destiny will survive until Lightfall. 401 Haze, I do. That was question number 26. Holy crap. I'm at 26 and there's 92 questions. Well, that's why we're asking questions. So I think Destiny is going to survive till Lightfall. It's going to be very difficult for them to keep the player base happy, but people will always play this game. People always play D1. This game will never die after Lightfall. If they can just add little seasons to this game, and Destiny will always be around. This is one of the best looter shooters out there. The community is one of a kind. You know, we do a lot of things for charity. The community is very supportive to its content creators and Reddit posts and YouTubers and you name it. The game is just really strong and the family is there. So I think we need to just focus on one season at a time and not focus about, you know, hey, we know that Witch Queen's going to be good, but let's give them shit content until then. That's our main issue right now. Bacho said, what kind of things would you create for a raid if you were given a chance to make a raid? I always said, you know, mechanics like Spire Stars. One person needs to be chosen to go into an area and guides the team. We just need more teamwork and raid mechanics. You know, I don't want to go put you know, pick up moats in every encounter. You know, every single raid now is based off of raid layer mechanics. Raid layer mechanics is like every raid layer we've had in the game. It's all, hey, you're gonna learn the mechanic in the beginning of the fight, and then you're gonna use it the rest of the raid and then at the boss fight. Just like how they did the augments in Deepstone Crypt. We don't want to do the same stuff each encounter. We want raids like Vogue, raids like King's Fall, where there's totems and it's a nightmare, and then War Priest and Gorgoroth, and like, oh my god, it gets nuts. Need excitement, and you need to bring that into the raids ASAP. Distinct mechanics for every encounter. Gotta do it. This is your pristine end game. You need to do it. You just need to work on it more. So that's how I feel. And of course, Dina comes in with another troll question. Circumference of my neck, 18.5 inches. If I put on an 18-inch chain, it like chokes me. Twab, what positives did I see at Hatter and what negatives did I see? Hatter, with the Twab, the positives and the negatives, no matter what Bungie puts in these Twabs, and no matter what Bungie changes in the game, it's always going to create the teeter-totter effect. Some people are going to like it, some people aren't. Some people like right now are like, hey, we love this Umbral's coming back and we love the title changes and yada yada yada, but everyone else is like, boo, this is terrible. Like, no matter, that's the state of the game that the Destiny's at right now. No matter what they do and add to the game, they're always wrong. Bungie's always wrong, and they put themselves in that. They put themselves in that corner. Anything they do. Dina, you measure it for suits, dress shirts. But I have a tailor. You know how hard it is to get a suit? It's not easy. But yeah, I mean, they put themselves, because every time they change something in the game, people whine to them and say, hey, this, that, you should have done this, you should have done that, you should have done this, you should have changed this, and then they change it. They got to stop being weak. They got to put their foot down and be like, look, no. But in order for them to be in that state of mind, is you have to add stuff to the game that doesn't need to be changed. It should just be good. Now, perfect example today. Today is January 22nd. Trials map launched and there was out of bounds and they had to change it. What are you doing? This is season of the Oob.
Cheers.
Mr. Kratos, the 44 months. Day one, Subarino. Thank you. Cheers, brother. Just doing tower talks, man. This was too long for the bot, Abby said. Personal question. I wanted to be a streamer and content creator when I was in elementary school was my dream, but my parents want me to be great doing high-paying jobs and won't support it. So I want to be great in following my dream. I'm now in high school and I'm feeling pressured into doing what my dreams or expectations. I'm feeling pressured and it's leading me to not doing very good in high school, getting C's in classes. Do I have any advice? That's a deep question right there. So do you pursue your dreams or do you focus on your future? You can do both. Yeah, Kratos, what we're doing right now is every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, I just talk to chat for 2 hours and people can submit questions and we kind of talk about the game, talk about me, and kind of just, I get to know my community more. And that's, we did one last week and they said, give us more. Matt, thank you for the 13. But yeah, I was the same way in high school. Got a C average, you know. I actually got better grades in college because I focused more, but I would say that, you know, your parents are just trying to give you good advice. So if you want to become a streamer and you want to create content, you should definitely get a job because then you can work and then you could stream part-time. That way it's the best of both worlds. You finish school, you know, it'd be kind of hard for you to go to school and stream when you're that young and then not have a job. You know, you got to buy your own equipment. You don't need your parents to buy your equipment. You need to buy your own stuff. You need to buy your own cap card. You need to buy your own console. You need to buy your own headset. That way it's on you. You earned it. I was working at Wendy's at 15 years old and I had jobs before that. So I think you should just focus on grades, finish school first. Because if Twitch was around when I was in school, if that was a thing for me, I wouldn't have been able to focus. I mean, just for me to balance, a lot of people ask me, like, how did you balance working? I have my own company. When I first started streaming and stream as much as I did, I mean, I slept 2 hours a night. I used to drink 2 Monsters, a 5-hour energy shot, and pre-workout every day. I went to the doctor and he's like, dude, you're literally skyrocketing your blood pressure. You're trying to get diabetes. You gotta chill. And that's why I drink gamer subs. I don't have to worry about all that sugar no more. Hashtag ad. But yeah, very good question. I would just focus on getting your grades. Start thinking about what you want to do in life. Something on the side, and then, you know, stream and push for it. I hid streaming from my family. I'm a grown ass man, and I hid streaming from my family for 2 years. Because I really wanted to like gather information and give them reasons why I'm doing it. My family used to tell me all the time, you know, you're hurting yourself, you're crashing your business, you know, what are you doing? You're not focused at work, you know. And I'm like, look, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. I don't want to run a company anymore. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry's got a truck now, and everybody's doing the work that I did for half the money that I charged. I charged a premium rate that was fair for me to make money and my coworkers to make money. Now people are doing it for pennies. They're cutting down trees, you know, they're putting up fences, they're doing drywall work, they're doing home renovations for just cheap money, and it's ruining the respect of the trade. And I always wanted to be in real estate and flip houses. Look what I did. I streamed for 4.5 years. Told chat I want to go full time. Chat supported it. They're here. Everybody's always here. They're supporting the dream. I don't ask my chat for money. They do it on their own. And ever since September 1st of 2020, I've been full time, and I'm trying to find my first house to flip. I'm being very picky right now because I want to make money on my very first one and make sure it's a good enough amount for me to buy multiple, and just keep striving. So good question. Focus on school though. When you're that young, you gotta follow the rules. I forgot what question I was on. I already answered that. It's Astro. Umbral's coming back. We already asked that. It's a very common question. I already answered that though. Good and bad. Good and bad. Do you think people will play Trials if there was Pinnacle Trials weapons and not a series of weapons? I don't think Trials is ever going to be the way it was ever again. People don't see a reason to play it. The player base is so low that if you have a PS5, you're only going to match PS5 players. If you have PS4, you're only going to match PS4 players. You know, the PC population is down. No one does you know, fun runs anymore. No one does carries. It's always 3 stacks or recovs, and you're just going against the best of the best all the time, sweating your ass off all the time. Always a match. It's always $1 million to win the game. You know, it's all crunching on abilities, no gun skill. They really need to make a play. You know, they've done this to where they've done solo queued comp, solo queued Iron Banner. They don't need to do solo queue trials, but they need to do a no ability trials playlist. I think that would be huge. Just all gun skill. I would like to see that. Just to try it. Just put it in a beta. Just test it out. Say, hey, just test this for us. It's only going to be live for 2 weekends. Let us know what you think. They need to do more stuff like that. They need to put test stuff in the game. Say, hey, this is only going to be in the game for this weekend. Let us try it. Boom. You know. Always on lag. Always blame it on lag, Dino. You know, it's okay, Dino. When crossplay comes out, I'll play Crucible with you anytime you want. You can't copy and paste the trials from D1 because it's never going to be like that. The maps in this game right now are shit. The maps are shit in this game, and that's why no one likes them. And it's just different now. Destiny with trials and comp and Crucible is just in a totally different land right now. It's literally in Uganda. They need to take a step back and think about where they can get it. You know, listen to the PvP players that put hundreds and hundreds of hours, even thousands of hours into this game, and kind of find something. Hugo said, what would you like to see more from Twabs? More from Twabs? I think there needs to be more communications on the Twabs. They need to say, hey, this is, you know, this is why we're making the changes. I think they need to put like a they could put like a contact us part in the bottom of each Twab. Like, hey, send us an email. Yeah, they're gonna get flooded, but hey, people can look through there instead of them digging on Reddits and digging on the internet. Maybe you know, something to where we can communicate with them more. You know, just try more, and better explanations. Right, Kratos, that feeling of a Friday D1 trials day, we'll never get that back. We'll never get that back. I mean, I felt it Kratos in D2 when it first launched as a PvE player. I took myself reject. We got critical ape. He's a good Crucible player, and we struggled. You know, we got our ass kicked for 8.5 hours, but we ran that card back, and boom, we lost 2 lighthouse games. We reset the card, got flawless. I felt accomplished. I felt like I did something. I'm like, dude, that was awesome. Like beating PvE content, and I was like, man, that's dope. But I haven't got that feeling since. I was going for my flawless title, and it was annoying. It was so annoying. Yeah, I used to set my alarm. We used to do raids at 4 in the morning on Rage Set. We used to wait for Xur, hit that vault of glass checkpoint, hit that chest. But now you just get spoiled by exotics. Exotics are so easy to get in this game now. There's no purpose of them. That's another thing they need to change. Why are we getting exotics left and right? Make them rare. Just trying to move around so I don't get kicked. Next question. You guys are spamming these questions. It's great. We always got something to talk about. Where was I at? In the last wish raid, is it a bitch what or a bird looking left? Nice job, Dina. Dina's loving the troll question. That's a plain ass bird. Or Jimmy. Jimmy's always by himself. Daniel asked, do you think adept weapons need to be exotic like in D1? I don't think adept weapons need to be exotic because then it forces you to use that. I don't like using exotics. I always like making a triple legendary armor or a triple legendary weapon set. So legendary, kinetic, energy, and heavy. That way, if any exotic is good for a certain activity or anything that I'm doing or something gets buffed, I can use it. I always base my loadouts off legendary weapons, always. But with these new adept weapons coming for PvE, we'll see. But it's guns that we've seen before. Drippy asks, what raid do you think will be coming back in Witch Queen and Lightfall? I don't know. I think they've discussed that certain raids from D1 aren't coming back, so we really don't know. We really don't know which D1 raids they're going to be bringing back. I really hope they don't bring any D2 raids that have been vaulted. That would be a huge mistake. Bezrez, that would be reset Tuesday. Double Nightfall rewards on Tuesday, and on Friday it's double Platinum rewards. Next question. Why are Breech loaded grenade launchers the best legendary weapons in the game? Everybody uses Breeches and Oobs for loaded grenade launchers. Yes, you are right. But GLs are nice. You know, I love using interference. I love using auto-loading GLs and pairing them with stuff. But let's just face it, Anarchy's the best. Bungie, when are you going to make an Anarchy ornament? It'll literally make you millions. But yeah, Matt, back to your Astros question. We can tweak your mic settings if you need help. Do I honestly believe a team that only played 7 games all season deserved to play in the national championship? I do, Matt. That we crushed Clemson and we proved that we should have been there. But when you don't cover the Heisman Trophy winner and he scores 21 points on you, there's nothing you can do. Kuso, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome. Axe asks, what weapons do you think it should be and shouldn't be in the Prismatic Recaster? We don't really know what they're putting in the Recaster yet. They haven't told us which guns are going in there, what are going to be in the engrams. I just think that certain guns that we've already grinded for, such as First In, Last Out, and Kelos weapons, stuff that's been in the engrams before shouldn't be back in there because they're literally world drops. And unfortunately, this is how I feel about certain stuff. If you didn't play during that season and you didn't get the God roll like we did, you shouldn't be able to obtain it. That is your problem for not playing. You can simply follow the structure of how they've had it, sign in each season, play a few weeks, put the game down. No one's forcing you to play the full expansion, but at least sign in. If this is one of the games you check on and you play, you should get guns that have been in the season. That's how I feel about it. I don't think that we should obtain guns and then 3 seasons later go, hey guys, missed out on these, take them. No, we want new stuff, not this old stuff. But that's what I'm starting to see. Matt says, who do I like more, you or Hitman? I plead the fifth. You both are knuckleheads. You both need to learn how to step your game up, though. You guys are, 2 beers and you guys are all slobbering. We're just gonna leave it there. Fucking lightweights. Stiff and Clyde making him buy a $30 pizza in California. Yep. Dooley asks, do you think one-time Taken King style refresh would be better than what we've got? Yes. We need a Taken King DLC. A Taken King 2.0. That's what we need in the game. Yeah, Dina, nice try. Kuso with the brand new sub, and then gifts 2 subs. Huge peen. Thank you so much. Hope everyone's enjoying the Tower Talk. I'm having a lot of fun with this, so hopefully this is very entertaining for you guys to watch. I got a lot of questions. I'm trying to get through them the best I can. I just seen a new one pop up. Jay, when we get a drink, yo, come to Guardian Con if they're gonna have it. GCX, but if not, maybe I'll be able to make my way out to California. I'd like to go visit my sister in California, though. She's in the where's she at? Oakland area. She's near Oakland. Doesn't live in Oakland, but near it. But yes, we need a Taken King style DLC. We need a huge DLC like that with just so much stuff to do that we don't know what to do. But I'm afraid that they're never gonna bring back stuff like that again. They're never gonna give us stuff like a Last Wish Forsaken kind of DLC, because it kind of like made everybody scared of the grind. Everybody complained. Tina says, who's thicker, Riven or Oryx? I mean, Riven's kind of sexy, I ain't gonna lie. Is there a Miss GsxrClyde in the works? Yeah, I'm looking, but times are tough right now, I'm trying to focus on me, so I'm being more focused on my life and my goals. Girls can ruin that. nice to have around. I'd love to have wife and kids right now, but just where I'm at with grinding the game and grinding my streaming career and try and work. You know, I've always been told I work too hard, so if one comes along, I'll scoop her up and she doesn't have to play video games, but hey. I just gotta keep swiping on Tinder, you know? Flaffy says, how do you feel about Bungie keeping seasonal content around the whole year for the expansion? I think it's good. And stack thing for the 14 months. I think keeping seasonal content would be good to keep around because people complain that it goes away. I mean, look at the Prophecy. Prophecy went away because it was a seasonal dungeon. People complained and they brought it back. Again, Bungie gave in. It should have never went away in the first place, but I think Bungie took that idea and said, hey, we're going to keep it around. There's no reason, since it's around for so long. I mean, now you have extension on getting seasonal titles, which mean nothing now. And since you're leaving seasonal content around more, then that means people can obtain weapons from those seasons, which is really good. So since we're moving on forward from that, stop bringing back old reskin shit and let's move on to new stuff. Hello? Yeah, that's how I feel. What should be the minimum amount of content an expansion should have? I mean, an expansion like Beyond Light, stuff that's huge expansions. I mean, it should be Forsaken taking king size every single huge one. That's one time a year. There should be one huge raid a year and then maybe a smaller raid to fill in the gaps. But if not, if they don't want to make a raid layer, that's fine. But you know, do their D1 raid bring back. That's fine. First time in here and enjoying the Q&A. Appreciate it. Right now I'm only posting it on YouTube and you guys are seeing it live here on Twitch, but I also want to convert it into audio files. I'm going to start recording it and try and get it into like Spotify and other stuff. But I don't want to make this like a podcast thing. This is more of just Q&A, straight streamer talks to chat, no holds barred, and it's working out good. I appreciate you being here. Neon, I don't know which questions you asked. Right now I'm on 44. Would you like if D1 got a PC version so it wasn't stuck at 30 FPS? If they bring back D1 right now, it would just kill the D2 vibes. So that needs to be a game that could be brought back 5 years from now, like a 20-year anniversary thing. That's how I feel about it. They need to focus on D2. I don't know what your question was, Neon, so you might want to ask it again. What would be the minimum amount of content? I already asked that. Do you think they'll ever change how exotics work? It's basically been the same idea since D1, something like multi-exotics or exotic armor sets. Exactly, Mr. Selfish. I was just talking about that. I think that it's too easy to get exotics in this game. 3 exotics come out for each season and we snatch them up. Lost sectors are great. You know, you grind them, you get exotics, that's cool, but like everything in the game, prime ingots can be exotics. Your milestones can be exotics. Grind nightfalls and you get 20 of them. You know? Non-stop. Chili story. I don't know what you're talking about. A remake of D1? No, you can't. That's you're killing D2 if you do a remake of D1. Everyone that didn't play D1 is gonna go play D1. It's a bad business. Yeah, Neon, just put your question in chat again. I'll find it. Favorite TV show? Right now I'm on the House kick. I've been watching the House series. I love House. It's just, I like the suspense, you know, the medical side, the storytelling. I'm big into forensic shows, so, but I'm watching House right now. Will we ever get a high school football highlight stream? Yeah, Steven, I'm trying to find the tapes. I just haven't had time to go to my storage unit is disgusting. It's just jam-packed of old shit, old stuff I used to do for work, and I gotta clean it out. I don't know what season I'm on, Axe. I just started just picking shows. Okay, let's keep it going. See where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna refresh this page. There is 134 questions right now, and I'm only halfway through it. I'm at where's that? Thoughts about seasonal, asked that. I'm only at 50. My favorite TV show, I just answered that. Dina, how does a gamer streamer such as yourself lose their virginity? I'm still trying to ask myself that. What are your thoughts about Fatebringer coming back, and would Nation of Beast be better than it? Well, I mean, I'm always gonna have a connection with the Fatebringer. Fatebringer is different than Nation of Beast because one's a kinetic and one's an energy. I usually run my primary slot in my energy, and I usually run a sniper shotgun in my kinetic slot, so it's going to be kind of weird for me to switch up that feel to use Fatebringer again, but they have to buff hand cannons first. Hand cannons just feel weak in this game, so they're only used for unstoppables, and that's it. Breaking shields. End game, you got to shoot things with a full clip and just to get an absolute to hit at finishers. You could create a new exotic weapon or armor piece. What would it be, and what would the perks be? That's so hard to answer. I would like to just see a legendary sniper. Avoid legendary sniper. It would not a void. Just a legendary sniper. It could be whatever burn. But I would love to just see more different guns. You know, guns of the idea of like Anarchy. Anarchy was such a great idea. Cloud Strike. You know, all these guns. Lament. All these new guns that they just added are great, but they need to just keep those ideas flowing. But for me to just name something right now of what I would want, no clue. Legendary sniper would be cool though. Heavy sniper would be great. Flamethrower. Dina, I always use 2 scarves. You admire my constitution. Keep up the great work. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. I really hope this is something that you guys enjoy. I'm glad that a lot of people are sticking around. Remember, we're going to be doing this every Friday for 2 hours, so we're already about an hour and 15 minutes through it already. We might have to extend this one a little longer because we got some juicy questions. What's my favorite dessert? Cheesecake. My favorite GM would be Arms Dealer. I like Arms Dealer. I love Arms Dealer. Arms Dealer is one of my favorite strikes. Thoughts on Evan's last video? His videos are awesome. Love his videos. Favorite NBA team? I'm a LeBron fan, but I'm also going to support the Cleveland Cavs, but I'm all about LeBron. What else we got? Shortest Uber I've ever taken, Benny. You know the answer to that. We literally took it half a block. Clyde didn't want to walk at Guardian Con, and I ordered an Uber and didn't want to walk outside because it was hot in Tampa, and we took the Uber right around the corner. It was like literally a block. Who's better, Glad or Sweat? They're both homies. Clyde's a bitch though. He knows that. He talks a lot of shit. Hoodikin coming in with the 4 months.
Car ride you've been
The
in.
longest Uber ride I've been in. Just to the airport. 45 minutes. Who's my favorite Pokemon? I'm not really into Pokemon, but I would have to go with Charizard. Seems like that's the bread and butter winner right there. The one everybody wants. What do we got now? Vanilla or chocolate ice cream? I'm more of a vanilla milkshake, but chocolate ice cream is good too with like some cake, but I'm gonna go with vanilla. You save 1 weapon per slot from getting sunset. No mountaintop or recluse. What would they be? I would not want to save anything. I think sunset needs to be implemented in the game more. It's the only way for us to change our loadouts. We're gonna use the same guns no matter what. If they let us keep them, we're never gonna take it off until something replaces it. So it's gonna be really, really, really difficult, you know, for us to do that. I do miss guns like Midnight Coup and shit, but you know, right now I really like the feel of slug shotguns, but they're gonna get nerfed. I feel like Izanagi's been around for too long. We need to get rid of that. Jesus, people that don't even have Izanagi get it now, and they don't even get the catalyst. You know, but I love using slug shotguns right now. I love the feel. I miss my Kinlan Orchid. Miss that gun. What's the Gambit machine gun? What's the Gambit machine gun we used to use? I missed that one. What was it, chat? What was the name of it? Delirium. The 21% Delirium. Yeah, that was a good one. It was a fun one. Hey, don't be hating on that Edge Transit though. Okay. I'll answer that real quick. Your opinion, streaming one game or being a variety streamer easier? I think variety, if I could tell anyone advice right now, is that would be a variety streamer and grow. Don't get locked to one game, but that's just my advice. But being locked to one game can help your channel grow. Thoughts on Bungie looking to link more into the community with the thing Cosmo tweeted today? Good question. I mean, they can only be involved with the community so much. They can only listen to the community so much. They can only, you know, listen to a YouTuber or listen to a streamer, which I don't think they do a lot. I think they listen to a lot more Reddit posts and inside gamers. You know, I think they just need to, you know, kind of just focus on and realize that they're the boss. They're the creators of the game. They need to make the game that how they want to do it. And no matter what, even if they listen to someone in the community and listen to someone on the Reddit post, one person doesn't make the 800,000 to 1 million players that are playing this game daily happy. So they need to realize that no matter what, people are going to complain. No matter what change they make in this game, it's someone's going to disagree with. They need to take advantage, you know, just take the actions for themselves and be like, hey, we're going to put this in the game because we think it's a good idea. That's it. Dig says they should have killed Zavala instead of Cade. I mean, Cade was a good story planner. It was the hype. Any advice for someone trying to stream for the first time? Just click the button and hey, just make sure you got good audio. You don't have to have a camera, but make sure your audio sounds good. Because if you got bad audio, people will leave. Make sure your mic's good and make sure the video's good and you're not lagging or nothing. What are your thoughts on the future of Destiny? What should they add or change for the future in order to improve the Witch Queen and Lightfall? Scarlet said. I mean, honestly, they just need to add heart. I've answered this question about 4 times now. Everything we do in the game, there needs to be a purpose. We shouldn't have to do strikes and Crucible and get the same blues and the same weapons. We need the same stuff. We need the same grind like we used to have. When you're playing Crucible and you're done, you should be getting random drops. When you should be playing strikes, you should get random drops for something. Just add guns to the game. Every season there should be 10 kinetics, 10 energy, 10 heavy. Did I say that twice? Kinetic, energy, heavy. No, I did. You know, literally, we just need guns. We need guns to grind all the time. Orbital 14, Galby with the tier 2 for 11. Thank you. We need more weapons to grind. We just need everything that we do in the game now. There needs to be a purpose on why we're doing it. Hard mode raids. Give Crucible a tweak, you know, give some more stuff. You get a Stars and Shadow when you complete a Crucible match. Yeah. I don't even have that gun. I don't even keep a pulse. But Dig did point that out. One gun. There needs to be 10. It can't cost that much money to just make guns. My all-time favorite Ohio State player. Oof. Man, that's tough. I love how Ezekiel ran the ball. Elliott was a fucking monster, dude. Eddie George was cool to watch, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Zeke, man. Zeke was he was a freak of nature. Now he's on the Dallas Cowboys looking like a schmuck. Should they bring back new Monarchy, Dead Orbit, and Future War Cult? They should bring back faction rallies, but there needs to be new armor sets. I shouldn't be doing the same stuff. Iron Banner. Why isn't there an Iron Banner title? Iron Banner has the same armor over and over and over and over and over and over. What the hell? Like, Every time something comes back, there should be new stuff. There should be new stuff to do. New stuff. Always new armor. I don't want to get the same stuff. Now that transmog's going to be a thing, if you've obtained that shit, you can put it on. I mean, come on, man. But yeah, Iron Banner not having a title. It's been a pristine activity in the game forever. Years and years and years. Why doesn't it have a title? You know? Next question. I'm Mount Rushmore of football players. Oh God. Brady, man, Brady's a GOAT. I mean, you go down. You just got to go down the Hall of Famer list, you know. But Brady's a GOAT, man. 28-3 for Atlanta. Hey, man, Coach of the Year. Just saying, Coach of the Year, Browns. We got it. We got Coach of the Year. We're out here. We're making plays. Okay. Mayfield's doing something. Any new content that brings different battles mechanics, more combat vehicles such as Sparrows, space combat, not like SOS. I think that would be a good season with Amanda. Yeah, like give Amanda a purpose, Neo. Like give Amanda Holiday a purpose for a season. Iron Banner needs different control modes. Yeah, I agree. Seb the Doggo, what actor you want to play yourself in the movie? I'm a Mark Wahlberg fan, man. Mark Wahlberg's one of my favorite actors. And Tom Hardy. Those two. Those are my go-tos, but you can't go wrong with like George Clooney, or I was watching Ocean's 11, 12 and 13 the other night. Big fan. But yeah. Mark Wahlberg's hands down one of my favorite actors. What was my football like? It was amazing. Enjoyed it. I was 250 pounds in high school, so I was one of the bigger fullbacks and linebackers, so I was big as the linemen, I mean, some of our linemen were like 320, but it was the best years of my life, man. Fuck. That was such a good life in high school. And it sucks that you guys are missing out on that. I'm 5'11". Right now I'm about 245. I'm about 245 right now. Yeah. Trying to cut down. I'm on the cut right now. I think I've lost like 3 pounds in the last like 2 weeks, but I like keeping my size. Do I think raid weapons need to be sunset? I think raid weapons like this raid, we should be able to use the weapons for at least 2 years. I think 1 year is not enough. 2 years could be too long too, so we could just call it 6 seasons instead of 8. But it's very disappointing when raid weapons go away. I give you that Nick Burks vibe. I always get that. I actually met him in real life. He's a cool dude. Met him at TwitchCon. He's a cool dude. Some pics we look like each other, Next question. I'm trying to get through these as fast as I can. If you were Bungie, what would you offer as an incentive to players to increase the trials comp populations? Oh boy. As a PvE player, it's kind of hard for me to answer stuff like that. But I can tell you, people like myself, I just want incentive to play. You need to make the player base higher. Matching the same triple stack team is annoying. Either they're helping their clanmates out or they're recovering an account. And I understand a business is a business, but it's kind of annoying, that you're matching the same people all night. I've watched trial streamers and PvP streamers where they match the same players all night and they just get off because they're just like, whoa, look at 3, 4, 5 in the morning. Sometimes there's only 400, 500 players in Crucible playing, and oh boy, it's terrible. There needs to be an incentive. There needs to be daily bounties instead of weekly bounties for trials. I think there should be daily bounties that can drop you the 3-win drop, and can also drop you something that you've unlocked previous. Obviously no adept stuff. And when the new stuff comes out next season, I feel like it should only drop the old stuff. So like you have to give them a little bit of loot, but you can't give them the new shit. You know, people have to earn that stuff at the lighthouse. But comp is just, you know, only way to make comp better is to bring back guns, like, you know, bring back quests like Luna's and Not Forgotten, give people a chase. But unfortunately, it's just a shitstorm right now. Just finished the Glassway GM using my guide. Thank you. I had the Scarlet Keep and the Inverted Spire guide ready to go, but they were too long, so I'm cutting them in half. I'll have those up late night tonight or in the morning, I promise. Where are we at? Let me try and refresh this. Holy smokes. Yeah, I'm still like 60 questions behind. Where were we at? Again, I want to find ways to put these questions on stream, but I just don't know how to do it, because you never know, people could say some rude stuff. So improvements every week, right? But at least now we're keeping track of these. Where are we at now? I also heard yeah, I also heard you have a Funko Pop of me coming soon. Mind telling us more about it? I'm waiting on the company to reach out with the contract, but yes, there will be the company's not Funko Pop, but there's actually going to be a GsxrClyde collectible Funko Pop. Yes, that's going to be a thing. Right now, Exclamation Point Blade is the current sponsor for the week. Download the game, log in. We need 95. We got 43. Slacking. What else? All right, Abby, I answered that. When do you think we'll be able to see Rasputin and Exo Sweeper bot styled body? I don't know. We're obviously waiting on the Rasputin final ending, right? You would think that, right? If I was not a streamer, would I be playing Destiny? Be honest, I wouldn't be playing it. I would log on, get my stuff done for the week, and be done with it. Let's be real here. What drives me to play this game is talking to chat every day. That's what I have fun with. If you could choose one favorite expansion from Destiny 1, what would that be? That would be Taken King. But I also love Rise of Iron because Wrath was one of my favorite raids. Forsaken, Destiny 2. Havoc, when am I taking Dahlia on a date? She owes me, she's got to pay for my dinner first. Adder says, what inspires you as a content creator? Is it a community, the game, the platforms, or something else? It's literally the messages I get. People in chat saying, you help me through this, you do this, you inspire me, you do this. When I hear that type of stuff, I don't know, I've always felt like I've always been in ever since like I got out of the Marine Corps and I was working, I always felt like I was built to be a leader. Every job I had, I was always like asked to be a shift supervisor or a lead or a boss, and I always just felt like I had that mentality of a leader and more like a big brother feel for some people. So I just always have had that trait, and when I hear stuff that I inspire people and I help people through their day just by streaming, and I make that community building with my chat, it fuels me to keep going and strive to be greater. And you know, that's why 2021 we're not stopping. You know, we're crushing the goals. Every goal I've ever had in streaming I've beat, so we're just gonna keep it going. Good question. Started this season playing Destiny 2, got pretty much all the PvE triumphs and Beyond Light and Season of the Hunt. The weeks were dry waiting for doing weekly stuff. Exactly. Destroy. Exactly. Tried doing old content but can't get Cursebreaker because its bones are bugged. Do you think that they should fix old content for new players that they pay for? Exactly. What Destroy just said right there. That he's done all the new stuff and he's going back to do the old stuff because he's purchased Forsaken and Shadowkeep, and certain stuff he just can't obtain. So yeah, they need to focus on that, Destroy. I think that's a very good topic. They need to focus on stuff like that, but they also can't put all their focus on the previous stuff because we need new stuff to play too. But yeah, a month grind on each season. You're burning through the content. If I could hang out with any Destiny 2 character for a day, who would it be? Callus. Callus is just a meme. I would cheers Callus and be like, hey, you know, it caused me a lot of pain in the prestige throne room, but favorite raid from D1. King's Fall always has a special place in my heart because of that's when I started streaming. But Wrath, man, Wrath. The hardest Grandmaster Nightfall this season, you're looking at Glassway. Very new to the game, 12 hours played. I'm at light level 1222. What's your best advice to level up faster? Exclamation point guide. My guide on YouTube takes you from 1200 to 1250, and then 1250 to 1260 is just all pinnacle. Tell you the truth about Wendy's chili. Oh, that's what Dina's talking about. Oh God, Chad, you want to know about Wendy's chili? Oh boy. So when I worked at Wendy's and the chili would harden up a little bit or like get dry in the pan, they would just add water to it. Yep. Is Thunderlord good? Thunderlord is great. Old hamburgers, Danny. Yep. Chili chips and cheese. Go to Wendy's and order chili chips and cheese. That's awesome. Chili chips and cheese. It's that ghost. Or what's that new one? What's the new code one for Wendy's? It's like 10 burgers stacked. Like the artery clogger. What the fuck's it called, man? I can't think of the name. You can actually order it though if you go there. I forgot what the name's called. You might search it on Google. I like French cuisine. Yeah, but I haven't had a lot of French food, but I would love it. Yeah, it's a 12 by 12. It's something stupid. What was your favorite raid from D1? Yours was King's Fall. I got that. Dina, I don't know if you can milk anything with nipples. Jay will get a drink whenever you want. Do you think we should put in some strong rare random drop exotics back into the game? I hate how almost every exotic is tied to a quest nowadays. I talked about that earlier. It's very annoying for us to just be spoiled with all these exotics. I answered the GsxrClyde question. What do you expect the new season with information so far? I feel like this next season is going to be a little dry. But there's also stuff that we have not been told about, and we have 2 more weeks of Twabs. But for some of the stuff they're bringing back in season 13, I'm kind of disappointed that what is the gun you want to see gone next season? Fellwinners. And shotguns like Fellwinners are annoying, where it's just you need that shotgun or you can't beat it. That's just annoying. My favorite activity in Destiny 1 or 2. I mean, I like dungeons. I like raids. I miss running Last Wish like the first month it was out. My favorite activity is just playing with chat and just being able to hear the reactions of people getting their loot. Given it's old, would Leviathan work as a patrol zone? They just don't need to bring Leviathan back, but raids need to be like Leviathan. They need to stop being put in a public space so people can out of bounds and discovering the raid right away. Favorite Guardian class is my Titan. Any advice for someone trying to stream for the first time? I answered that. What kinds of Titan exotics would you like to see in the future next season? Again, can't have stuff like Twilight back. Just more support. Titan's a support player. More support exotics to where it benefits me using it and helps the team. I'm a full support player, so I think Bungie should give us a test player server for us to check out balance changes before they go live and give feedback. Like twice a year. Late, that's about it. Like twice a year. Dad's a gamer. She plays like every once in a while, and I want to stream, and he supports me. But I feel like there's a strong amount of streamers who make a living out of it. But streaming is kind of like rolling the dice. I want to do what makes me happy, but I don't know if I should do it make money when I grow. I mean, if you want to stream and do your thing, that's fine. But you know, Vincent, I know you're younger, so I mean, there's a certain point of time where people have to understand: is it enough to make a living off of? You know, does it cover your expenses, and is it something you can live off of? People forget about taxes that they have to take out. You have to take out 30%, and you know, depending on where you live, and it's just, you know, there's a lot of stuff to go into it. But at your young age, just stream because you want to have fun with it, and you know, see where it goes. I did not go to Ohio State, no. I wish. Trying to grow my channel on Twitch. It's super fun helping people with activities and actively trying to somewhat push my channel out in a respectful manner. Anything you would suggest which could be a benefit to you? Thank you again for your own personal service to the community. Always a pleasure to follow. Emperor, I would just keep doing what you're doing. Post on LFG sites. You know, let people know that you're streaming. You could self-promote on there, you know, but don't self-promote in Discords. Maybe check out the Twitch Etiquette article. Kind of tells you how to earn people's respect. I always try and you know, if I ask someone to play with me, that's different. But when I was growing, I always asked people, like other streamers, to play with me that were my size, and I wouldn't even stream. And they'd be like, "Why aren't you streaming?" I'd be like, "I'm just trying to game. I'm just trying to make friends." You're not asking them for something. Everyone's like, "Hey, let's do a multi and let's stream together." I could play with someone right now and be like, "Hey, chat, they're streaming." That doesn't mean that my channel is going to go check, you know, want to sit over there. If I tell them it's safe to go hang out with them on time to time when I'm not live, sure. But like, people notice the grind when you do it yourself and you don't ask for anything and you're not like nut hugging people. Other streamers see that. I'm always hosting people in the directory trying to, you know, say GG and stuff, but it's tough. Most of the time people don't want to be your friend, they want something from you. I've seen friends come and go in this biz and it sucks. Thoughts on guided games? It's shit. Matchmaking's terrible. People just do it just to ego people. That's been a failed idea. Where are we at now? We're getting there. Oof. This is dope. I literally just have to read questions, chat. Call my 511. I think the weapon exotics will get sunset now that Hawkmoon was grindable perks. I don't think they got the balls to sunset exotics. I dare them. Friends come and go, but wrecking havoc in Tampa one night with Clyde is forever. That's what I'm saying, Kratos. You know, me and Kratos, we didn't really know. Like, we knew of each other, and he got partnered, and I got partnered, and like, and then we literally just had a fun drinking night, and boy, oh boy, did we have fun. And you know, you don't get those nights back, Kratos. Oh boy, that was something, man. We'll tell that story. I'll tell that story next week, Kratos. Yes. Yes. I've told that story multiple times. How do you feel about Umbral Ingrams coming back? I answered that. It's good and bad. I don't want them to overflow my postmaster, and please make us able to delete them. Every time you go to delete an Umbral, it says please wait. Right, Kratos, right? We were bros for years, man. That's how it is. That's why I tell people, like, it's so hard to act different. Like, it's so hard to act yourself on stream. Like, you can, but like, you tell people, like, hey, in real life, I'm chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Nord, I live east side of Cleveland. Any raid's gonna happen. Can't wait for him to yell at Minotaur. Kills him over and over. Yeah, you love seeing me yell. I answered that question. If I wasn't a streamer, would I be playing Destiny still? Not really, no. I would just grind what I would need. Should they take out Trials in the time being until playtested gets approval on? No, because Trials makes the game good and keeps the player base going, even though people mulled. I think it'd be a good idea for Bungie to add hard mode raids with the Grandmaster aspects, like getting one shot. No, that's no. Raids need to be like Prestige Leviathan, where every single encounter had different mechanics. That's what a hard mode raid is, not locked loadouts and other stuff. What I think of the customization in Destiny, I think it's good. I think it would be cool for us to be able to actually go back and edit some stuff. But you know, transmog coming is going to be huge, so we'll have to wait for that. In the director of Destiny, where the diamond in the top right of the screen, do you know what that is? In the director, top diamond. What are you talking about? Right here? No clue what that is. French cuisine, I would love to travel and eat more dishes, but no. Naroxy, your question didn't submit. A shoe related job. I work at a shoe recycling warehouse. It was soul destroying. I had to pick between playing Gambit or Crucible. What am I mean, Gambit's not bad now, Dina, because you could just literally just nuke the boss. Funniest story as a teenager. Oh, jeez. Vensity, it depends what you're using, what software you're using. First kiss, God, I was like, I don't know, 6th grade. Funniest story as a teenager. Fuck. No, man, it's tough. Chrome? No. You need to use like a broadcast software. If you're not streaming from console, you need to use an actual program, such as Open Broadcast Software (OBS) or Streamlabs OBS. There's actually a program. You might need a cap card. 1K or Xeno? Xenophage. I'm a Titan main, so Xeno's nice, but 1K is dope. Funny story as a teenager. God, I've lived life, chat. Like, I've done a lot of stuff. Like, I feel like a lot of people like have not lived their life and like done cool shit. I've done a lot of cool stuff growing up, but just a funny story as a teenager. I was at a high school party and cops came and we all fucking ran and booked it, running from the cops. It was like the first high school party we were at where the cops came, so we're all running. And I thought it'd be a cool idea to hide in the old teen dances. You know how the schools had teen dances? Well, I went there, and guess what? There was cop escorts there, and they knew that I was not in middle school anymore because it was a middle school dance, and a high schooler was there. So yeah, I got caught. So we all got escorted to the police station and got in trouble for underage drinking, and we were being obnoxious in there. We were literally like throwing dollars down who was gonna be the most drunkest, and bro, Bionic, yes, yeah, they grew up right by me. Did I ever like specifically like ride with them? No, but I've been to like their shows and stuff and hung out with them. Can't really live life with all this shit happening. I mean, you're not lying. You're not lying. Other games in Destiny, I'm just waiting for, you know, God of War. I'm huge for that. Favorite meme? These nuts. These nuts is a good one right now. H-Dog, I answered that. It was Wrath. What do I do in the military? I was embassy guard, UV Security Forces, Fast Company. Stationed anywhere cool, Florida, Virginia, California. Never really got the fun places. Afghanistan, Baghdad, Iraq, all that good shit. Wanted to go to Okinawa and Japan and Hawaii, never got it. But yeah, 8152. Look up that. You can look up that MOS. Love your content. Also, what's your favorite activity in Destiny or Destiny 2? I answered that. Just helping people. Are they not sunset raid weapons? I feel like people are asking the same stuff. I told you guys I would get to it. How do you start a stream? I answered that. Would I come out to Australia if I had the chance? Fuck yeah, I would. That'd be awesome. Can I tell the story of me and Rob at the restaurant? What's that one? GsxrClyde? It's a motorcycle. Third animal? 4. Okinawa's lame. You really don't want to be here? Oh, the bar story of beating us up. I'll tell a story, okay? I answered all the questions. I appreciate everybody submitting the questions. There was actually 185 questions. My go-to shader in each class, I will show that. That's the final one I'm going to answer. And then I can either tell you the Rob story or the Kratos, Clyde, and how me and Kratos drank at Guardian Con. So let's get a vote for that. My shader for my Titan is GsxrClyde. We get one story. Me and Rob's story of how we beat up some bullies, or how me and Kratos hung out at Guardian Con. Yeah, I don't mess with them spiders though. Same shader on my Warlock. Really like the Batman helmet. I call it the Batman helmet. I will. Do a poll, mods, real quick. And this is my hunter. It is the GsxrClyde shader mixed with Gift of the Nine. I kind of wanted to like match everything, but yeah. All my characters are looking at the moment. We'll tell that last story, and then that will be the end of Tower Talk episode 2. I kind of wanted to keep around the 2-hour mark, so we're starting to hit that 2-hour mark. Submitted questions were great. Mods are sleeping. But I'll tell you one story. We'll do one story tell a week. You guys get one story a week. And people that are staying to the end of the Tower Talk get to see. Rob or Kratos. Those are the options. Me and Kratos at Guardian Con, how we met and hung out and did fun stuff, or how me and Rob were at the bar and dealt with some bullies. Quick vote. Make sure you guys are following all the social medias in the chat. We just hit 69,000 followers today. Discord.gg/GsxrClyde, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Rob Kratos. Rob Kratos. All right. We'll tell Kratos' story next week, I guess. Got it. Just checking Twitter. All right, so me and Rob, we were at. You can just cancel the poll. It's okay. Me and Rob, we were. Rob hit me up. We were in a bad. We were in a bad car accident. A couple years ago. It was like 7 years ago, and we lost control and wrapped the SUV around the tree. Me and 4 of my buddies. Me and 3 of my buddies were in the car, and I broke both my shoulders. Dislocated my right, broke my left. Sorry, and yeah, we were chilling, and it sucked. So Rob hit me up, and guy's getting in my way, bro. Rob hit me up and said, yo, we need to go out to the bar. You know, it was like middle of January, beginning of February, and he's like, we know we need to go out and hit the bar. And I was like, all right, I'm feeling a little better. So I put my arm in a sling. We went out. Stupid idea. Should have went out, but we did. We had a good time. You know, everyone saw me. They were asking like, hey, how are you been? You know, how you healing? I was like, I'm doing good. It's my first night out. Yada yada yada. And we were having a good time. And night was getting ready to end, and we said, hey, we should probably go call for a ride, because, you know, night's ending, and, you know, we never drove because drinking and driving's stupid. So we were getting ready to call for our ride. Our ride was getting ready to be there, and I saw a girl that I talked to, and I was very good friends with her, and she was arguing with these guys outside, and I was like, all right, well, you know, Rob, let's you know, let's chill, you know, let's avoid the situation. We don't need to go over there. And all of a sudden, the guy reached back and smacked her across the face. It was more like a closed punch, but call a slap. Hit it right in the face. And I just looked at Rob, and he's like, don't do it. And I'm like, oh no, it's game time. He's like, dude, you're hurt. And I'm like, dude, I've been drinking all night. You know, I'm good, you know. So I wasn't having that. So I walked up to the guys and said, hey, you know, I know that girl. For you to hit a female, it's fucked up. You know, obviously you were raised like an idiot, but that shit ain't gonna fly here. So 3 guys surrounded me and said, what are you gonna do, crippled? You know, because I had my arm in a sling. You know, I'm like this, you know. And I'm making a joke, and I'm like, guys, I'm left-handed, you know, 3 of you, 2 of me, you know, me and my buddy are here, you know, my left arm. And they're like talking shit. They're like, oh no, you want to come make this your business, and yada yada yada, and acting all tough and shit, you know. These guys were half my size. I understand size doesn't matter, but I was in rage mode. There's no stopping me. I'm literally just gonna fuck you up. So they kept threatening me, and they're like, yo, literally, they're, you know, you're about to get it, you know. You're literally, you put your business out there, and yada, and like they were so pissed that I said something. I'm like, dude, you fucking hit a girl, you dumbass. And they're like, all right, well, you're about to get jumped, yada yada yada. And I'm like, oh, well, lucky for you, I'm feeling good. And I just took off the sling. I'm cracking my arm, it's hurting, and I'm just like, lucky for you guys, I'm looking for this stuff. So the guy behind me tried cheap shot me, and I just heard no, like Rob was telling the guy not to hit me. Well, he went to cheap shot me from the back, you know, because he's a pussy, and Rob just laid him out, you know, laid him out. The dude did a flip, like literally flipped over, landed, and I looked at the other guy, and I'm like, oh yeah, because now it's game time. Now it's 2v2. But Rob kept going after him, so I grabbed the one guy on the left. And again, people don't expect this stuff, chat. When you grab someone by the shoulder and you headbutt them, they don't know what to do. They don't know what just happened. I wasn't trying to headbutt his crown of his nose. I was trying to headbutt through him. Like, I just saw red. He was done. He was on the ground crying, you know, oh, my face. And I'm over here just like, yeah, let's go. So I like grab the other guy, start pounding him, giving him, you know, just fucking him up because he's a little pussy too. And me and Rob just we clowned him. Just cleaned him up. Well, the cops came, and Rob's like, yo, we gotta go, like, get in the car, because our ride was there. He's like, yo, get in the car, we gotta run. And I blacked out. I was just like, okay, no. The guy was going to get up. I had Timberlands on, fresh Timbs, love my boots, but he hit a girl, and I did not like it. So I put the imprint of the Timberland boots on his fucking forehead. I kicked a field goal. It had to be at least a 60-yarder, because I booted him right in the face, dude, so hard. You should never do that to someone. I thought I fucking broke his face. I kicked him so hard. Just bam. Dude, it was dope as shit. And just the way I hit him, he was just like, ah! And he was just like laying there, and I'm like, oh no. So yeah. Cops came. They you know, Mighty Mouse patrolman comes right up to me and says, what are you doing fighting these little guys? You know, they're half your size. I'm like, dude, they hit a female. She's standing right here to file a report. Yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. And then I asked the other cop was standing there and he's like, yo, he was smoking. He was smoking. I'm like, you got a cigarette? I asked him for a cigarette because he was smoking. Mighty Mouse cop, little bitch boy, that's it, puts me on the car. And I'm like on the car, like trying to take pressure off my left shoulder because it's broken. And the cop thought I was like resisting. And he's like jumping. And I'm like, dude, chill. I'm trying to put my arm, like I have this sling. My shoulder's broken. You know, I'm in a lot of pain right now because I just got in a fight. And he's like, oh yeah, well, you didn't care before. He was like scared. He jumped. He was like scared. And I'm like, dude, chill. Like, I'm trying to be on your side. I'm like, look, if you cuff me, don't cuff me behind my back. Well, he fucking did. Piece of shit. Mighty Mouse. Scumbag cop. That's how all cops, you know, 50% of the cops nowadays are just pieces of shit, and they just flash that badge like they're important. That's not the actual representation of that badge. So anyways, Rob's laughing at me like, you're a fucking idiot, you're going to jail. So I take a ride to the Slammer. And the Mighty Mouse cop comes in and he uncuffs me and yada yada yada. And he's sitting there talking to me like, you're a criminal. You're just one of those people. I grew up with kids like you. You're just gonna be a failure. Yada yada yada. He was really talking some, and I'm just like, bro, look, I don't know if you're having a bad day, but the way you're talking right now, you know, you just, I'm like, you take that badge off and you ain't shit. You're a pussy, you know. And he's like, oh, you know. Then he goes to book me, and we're doing fingerprints. His lieutenant comes up and goes, why is this guy here? I just pulled him out of a car a few weeks ago, that SUV that was crippled. We had to literally pull him out with the jaws of life. What'd he do? He's like, oh, he's intoxicated and he's fighting, yada yada. And he looks at me, he goes, what happened? I'm like, 3v2. Me and my buddy defended ourselves. These guys hit a girl. He's like, okay. He told Mighty Mouse to chill. The lieutenant's, you know, all cool with me, and he's like, look, we're gonna have to book you, yada yada yada. He's like, go to court, defend yourself, you'll be fine. I'm like, okay, thank you, sir, thank you. So I'm walking out, you know, he took the cuffs off. He's like, hey, do your thing. So as I'm walking out, I start hearing bickering back and forth. I hear my mom, I hear Rob. I'm like, oh, Rob's out there with his mom, my mom's out there. I'm like, shit. Well, the three guys were out there. As soon as I open the door, she smacks her kid and goes, this is the guy you were picking a fight with, you stupid idiots. Look at your face. No wonder. Like, making fun of her kid for trying to start shit with me. And yeah, it was just funny. So I go to court. They didn't show up. My lawyer shows me photos. These kids are like pulling down their lip. They're like, look at my face. I swear to God, the one guy had Timberland on his eye. And they're sitting there just, they're like the most bitchiest photos you could see, just like, look at the lip. Like, it's pussies, dude. My lawyer's like, dude, I don't know how to get you out of this charge, but the judge has a daughter. Use it. I'm like, all right. So I walk up to the judge and I'm like, hey man, just want to tell you my side of the story, yada yada yada. These guys didn't show up, obviously. They're just trying to get me in trouble. I read the statement. By the way, the statement was funny. They said some big Italian Jersey Shore looking motherfucker beat my ass. I swear to God, it said some shit like that, like big fake Guido Jersey Shore Italian guy beat our ass. It was funny as shit. But I looked at the judge and I said, look, man, I defended a girl getting hit outside the bar. There was 3 of them. I had a broken shoulder. Obviously, I defended myself because I was intoxicated, but it still hurts. My buddy Rob had my back. He didn't get in trouble. What if it was your daughter? Like, what if it was your daughter that was in that scuffle? He looked at me and said, case dismissed. I walked out. I went to the clerk's office, and he's like, I still have to hit you with a disorderly conduct, though, so we can't drop the charges. You know? He's like, will you take a disorderly conduct? I said, yeah, sure, fuck it. I don't care. But he came out and talked to me after. I'm like, what the fuck? That shit don't happen. But yeah, fuck them pussies, stupid ass motherfuckers. But don't do that shit, because like my buddy, One more, just a quick one. My buddy actually, someone cut him off on the freeway, so he was trying to avoid him, and like they were trying to road rage with him. He literally avoided him. Didn't even want to nothing to do with him. Tried getting off the freeway. The dude followed him off the freeway. My buddy's a big ass dude. My buddy's fucking 6'1", like 275, like jiu-jitsu fucking Muay Thai trainer. This dude you don't want to fuck with. And this guy approached him with a knife on the side of the road. Swear to God, the dude approached him with a knife and said, I'll fucking kill you, like blah 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 blah, like doing all this shit, like threatening him. My buddy hit him once. He hit him with a hook right in his jaw, and he hit him perfectly in his jaw to where his jawline got broken, and this bone right here, I don't know what it's called, but it cut the circulation off and made the guy pass out. So he broke his jaw. One hit. But he, you know, and my buddy did 3 years in prison for it. One punch. He got attacked with a knife defending himself, but since he punched him, the judge said that he was twice his size and he should have avoided the situation and not hit him. Got 3 years. 3 fucking years, because the prosecutor looked up his training background and said that he was a trained martial artist and shouldn't have hit him there. That's a bunch of bullshit with justice. And on that note, you get another story next Friday. Our Talk episode 2 is now finished. Appreciate the support in Twitch chat and on YouTube.